When I was 19 and 20, I literally could not talk to girls without shaking, and I would ask myself stupid, dumb questions like, where do I go to talk to girls even though girls are everywhere? It feels like women are everywhere and there's always opportunities that I'm missing out on, but I don't know where to approach and where not to. I'm going to rank the top 14 places to approach women from best to worst if you want to get better at approaching women in 2025 and building social confidence. So if you want to get in a cold approach and have literally a cheat code in your dating life, make sure you watch to the end of the video. All right, guys, so I've arranged these into tiers. S tier is always approach no matter what. A tier is great most of the time. Like, honestly, you should still approach 100% of the time if something is an A tier. I just wouldn't expect like insane results all the time, always. Okay. B tier is good, and I'll give some rules for how to make B tier even better, because these are places you can approach almost 100% of the time, but you still want to make sure you're doing some of the right things. C tier is going to be places that are like pretty good, and D tier is like something is, if these are the only places that you can approach women, then something is deeply fucking wrong. You need to change something. All right. So let's get into it. Everyone's favorite place of all time, clubs. Now, most people would think I'm going to put clubs in S tier. Okay. Oh man, there's girls everywhere. So amazing. It's actually not that amazing. I'm not a big fan of clubs. I would actually put clubs in C tier. Most of my approaches have not been done in clubs. I haven't had a ton of success. I've been to very big nightclubs like Tao in Chicago. I've been to really high-end places that are very loud. And what I've noticed is that, honestly, they're really only good if you are the right type of guy. If you can get into a table, if you can have some status in these venues, they can be really good. But there's a lot of other places that have a much more flat social structure involved, where you don't have to like befriend a guy at the table. You don't have to do anything crazy. And so if you have a really good game, clubs are amazing. But honestly, for most guys, guys will get lost out there, and you won't even be able to work on some of the fundamentals because they're so fucking loud. They're so loud and they're so packed. Yeah, that's where clubs go. Clubs actually go in C. Next up, we have a controversial one. We have the gym. The gym is A tier. The reason the gym is A tier and not S tier is because you're not going to be doing a ton of direct cold approaches at the gym, or else you get a reputation, and it's very obvious. But there are a lot of strategies like talking to the most people possible, talking to everybody at the gym, waving hi to people that you see a lot. This is the same thing in an apartment building, anywhere that you go that you see people regularly, like going to school, especially on your way to class, like that kind of stuff. These things, dude, the gym is fucking amazing, but you have to socialize and talk to everyone. You're not going to do a ton of direct cold approaches here, but you can get at least 3 to 5 interactions per week with different beautiful women at the gym pretty easily. And as you build up these female friendships at the gym, like let's say that you end up not going on dates with most of the girls you talk to, now you have some social capital in these places, and it's actually really helpful to have the gym be a place where women are friends with you, because new women that come in, they're going to see you being attractive and like women talking to you. It's a really good thing to be able to approach. And any new girl that comes into the gym, she's now coming into your gym, which is really good. Next up, we have concerts. Concerts, I would say, always approach. Pretty straightforward. Everybody's there to have a fun time. It's amazing. You might get in your head because people are in groups, but like people are generally like, you're all there for the same reason. You're all there because you're excited to like see the same artist, and you're excited about that. So concerts, always approach. Amazing. Bookstore. Assuming you don't go there every single day to approach, and you're at the bookstore maybe once a week as like just part of like, you like going to the bookstore because it's like a good vibe or whatever. S tier. Bookstore, fucking amazing, great. You could maybe drop it down. It's either low S or high A. And the reason that it would be high A is because most of the time, like you shouldn't go there every single day, like I said, but every single time there's going to be a cute girl in there you can approach. It's a very like low stakes environment. It's very chill. It's very good. There's enough new people at the grocery store. S tier, fucking banger place to approach. Always approach. No matter what at the grocery store, fucking always approach. Always approach. Just every single time. If you go once a week, twice a week, you can always get 1 to 2 approaches in at the grocery store. It's fucking amazing. Same thing with college campuses. Bro, if you go once a week, twice a week, even if you're not going to school there, like college campuses are fucking amazing for volume. They're so good. It's great. You have to play it a little differently if you're older, if you're like in your mid to late 20s or in your 30s or even in your 40s. Like you can still play it well because you're like, oh yeah, my friend goes to grad school here. I'm just here visiting for lunch. I just thought you were cute. And then if she's like, oh, I'm 18, I'm too, and she gets weird about it, you're like, oh, fuck, honestly, I thought you were like 26. That's my bad. Sorry, you had like a very mature look. And then you just walk away, and it's totally fine. Okay, college campuses, S tier. One that I had here on purpose, which is dark alleys and parking garages. Okay, these are obviously D tier. Okay, the reason I put these is because I've had students be like, I want to go to the dark alley and approach girls there because no one else can see me. And I want to approach off in the edge of the universe so no one can judge me and be like, oh man, this guy's weird. And this is very bad because something is deeply wrong if you need to approach here. There are all these places that I've gone through so far, and there's going to be even more. You need to understand, bro, that you should be approaching in these other places. If you're approaching in a dark alley or a parking garage or asking a question like, how do I approach, even like in a club, how do I approach in a club? It's like, there's all these other places that you can go. It's just so much better. It's just so much better. Okay. So yeah, I put these on here because it's like, guys, if you're looking for how to approach in these crazy off the wall environments where it's just a weird, like, how do I not come off as creepy in this place that's obviously creepy, then something is deeply wrong. And if you're trying to get your reps in, like, for example, with flirting with a girl that's working, like a barista, there's nothing wrong with flirting with a barista. I think it's okay if there's already a vibe there. But if you're asking, like, how do I do it, then something is deeply wrong because the vibe is not obvious between you and her to where it, like, even makes sense to do. Malls, great most of the time. The only reason I put this at great most of the time, I'll put it below bookstore and probably below the gym, is because I think the quality at the mall is typically not as good, especially now with people doing a lot of online shopping. It's going to be a lot of like teenagers. They're still pretty good. It's a good place to go if you have especially like a Saturday afternoon. Malls are banging for this stuff. Same thing with farmers markets. I would put farmers markets. It's not on the on the tier list, but I would put that in S tier as well. Coffee shop. I'm going to put this in A tier. The reason I'm going to put it in A tier around the same place as bookstores is because it's kind of the same thing as a bookstore where you're probably going to go here multiple times, but you're not going to get tons of volume. Like if you go there to work for a couple hours, you're going to be able to approach 1 to 2 girls. And S tier, I'm kind of reserving for places where you can get lots and lots of volume consistently and you can keep going back again and again and again. I think that's really important for a place that's going to be S tier where you always approach. Next up, we have pool parties. Honestly, I'm going to put this in S. I don't think we're going to end up having any in B tier for this video. I thought we might, but now that I'm thinking about these, like pool parties are great. If you can go to a pool party, like, dude, it's fucking amazing. It's some of the best. It's like night game during the day. It's usually not going to be way too loud where you can't hear. It's not going to be like clubs. It's going to be really good. Bars, I'm going to put bars in S tier as well for the same reason. Like it's a low pressure environment. It's very easy. Usually at night, you can talk to girls and it's not weird. It's considered like very socially acceptable and it's just a good place to go. Airport/train station. I actually think I'll put this in B. I would say it's great most of the time once you know what you're doing, but you're not going to get a ton of volume at the airport and it doesn't happen enough to where it's like a normal thing. But I will say I have a streak of when I travel solo, I've been on an instant date like consistently every single fucking time I've traveled. It's been pretty crazy. So I do think it's a really good place to approach. I'll always find, somebody to talk to, some girl to go on an instant date with when I'm at the airport. Like, it's kind of just a horny location in general. Not that you can really pull to, like, the bathroom or anything. Like, it'd be a little sus, but pretty fucking good. And then finally, we have street game, day game. This is top of S tier, better than concerts. Concerts probably down below college campus, and I would put concerts even maybe high A because they just don't happen enough. But street game, just going out on the street, busy shopping street, busy downtown area, dude, fucking amazing. As you can see, guys, there's a ton of places that you can go that really are amazing for approaching. You don't need to go to some dark alley, parking garage, club. If you're a day game guy, a night game guy, it doesn't matter. Bars, coffee shops, bookstores, the gym, malls. These are all great places to approach. You just have to know what you're doing. And a lot of you guys that are really struggling, it might just be because you don't have the right system. And so I would suggest going out of your way to really force yourself to start approaching, start talking to more people. If you like these tier lists, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.